experience is with gold leather. I love gold leather now, but the first time I ever sprayed it, I couldn't stand it. Very much like Ed's story. All right, well, for me, three of the main notes that I get is suede, oud, and the birch. But the one thing that stands out for me, I want to ask Ed this: is there any like a fruity notes that's in Oud Saphir?
Well, they all have citrus and stuff.
Yeah.
That's like yeah, Colombian bergamot on top, because I'm from India, people from China, and Parker Violet from Ross, jasmine from Egypt, and suede leather. That's sweet, I would need. And the base is the wood from the razor birch wood from China, and vanilla from Madagascar.
Like to my nose, what really stands out is that suede, but I do get a fruity vibe, and I'm not sure what notes play together to give it that vibe. And just yes.
No, I was going to mention, I mean to interrupt you, but about the oud thing, because that's another thing we talk about, especially when it comes to the female gender. A lot of them not familiar with ouds, and you got to be very careful. The thing about this oud is it's not that barnyard oud. It's not that Eastern, Mediterranean, overseas, Arabian oud. It's really light, so it's easy to wear. Almost kind of reminiscent of may sound Francis Kirk John's oud. He has some really oud, but it's not really that barnyard oud. It's that nice smooth oud, and you lay some over top of it with the right blend, you'll forget that the oud is dead, just like you're mentioning. You really don't smell the oud much after a while. Once it starts to dry down, then the oud kind of dissipates, and now those other accords start to come up. And that's what I like about it, is the drier oud, especially when it comes to the air flavors.
Yeah. And to go off with what's said, is a lot of people look at the title and say, oud. Well, I don't really like oud because of, that barnyard vibe that it often gives off. But this is a very softer oud that really plays well with all the other notes. So the next half, we're going to be looking at Creed, the Creed line. We have two fragrances from them. So the first one we're going to pass out is called Florally. And as that's being passed out, I just want to share, my personal story of the Creed line. Creed was one of the first, niche fragrances that I ever got into. So it'll always have a special place in my heart. I went through a couple years where Creed was everything to me. And I haven't drifted away from that. And so Creed is, really the second oldest fragrance house in the world. And you want to share a little bit?
Sure. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
My name is Mary Kay. I'm not to be confused with the customer. I actually oversee Creed for half of North America. And I'm thrilled to be here tonight to say hello to all of you and give John a little support with the House of Creed. And the one that you're smelling is Florally, which is our newest launch. And it is a made for Neiman Marcus fragrance. You will not find it anywhere else in the world. Not at Harrods in Europe, not at anywhere else except our Creed boutiques and Neiman Marcus, because it was made for Neiman Marcus. We have a story behind every single one of our fragrances, but what really sets us apart, like John said, is our heritage. We've been around since 1760 making fragrances for politicians and celebrities, but we began making them for royalty in the 1700s. But we use the highest quality ingredients and the finest raw materials from around the world. So the highest concentration of essential oils go into our fragrances. We, bar none, the quality in our fragrances is the top. So our master perfumer, Olivier Creed, travels around the world and finds, like I said, the greatest raw materials. So for example, our vetiver comes from Haiti, our lemon sprig come from Calabria, our sandalwood comes from Mysore, India. So wherever it is best, that's where we get the raw materials to put into our fragrances. So each and every one of them has a story behind it and why it was made and why it was created. So, like John said in the beginning, fragrances are about emotion and evoking memory, and that's really what all of our fragrances do. And I invite you to come and speak with Donna. She is our creed product specialist who is here in King of Prussia on a regular basis, and she can tell you some of the stories if you find one that works well for you. Because we have over 47 different fragrances that we sell today. We've made thousands over the course of history by commission, but the 47 that we have really appeal to the consumer nowadays. So come and explore. We don't want to overwhelm you. You can't smell all 47 at one time. You'll be nose blind. But we would love to find the perfect one that is made for you, and we can help do that for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So now that you've had a couple minutes to, really get into Fleur de Lis, what are your thoughts on this fragrance?
I'm gonna chime in. All right, so I smell rose. The dominant note I'm smelling is rose. It's definitely a floral, but I smell a light rose, like maybe a Damascus type rose.
It's a floral with a freshness. It has a definite freshness to it.
Mm-hmm.
So the name is Fleur de Lis, and yes, the composition has quite a bit of floral in it, but there's also other ingredients in there that bring out a bit of the sweetness and a very, very wearable fragrance.
But that's what I
Very
was gonna say.
easy to wear.
Especially for a male. I have a lot of rose fragrances in my collection. Kind of reminds me of Byredo's Rose of No Man's Land.
Mm-hmm.
It has that kind of vibe to it. That you have the rose is very
Well,
it's there, but
the majority of our men's fragrances also have rose in them. In fact, Aventis, which is our #1 seller. Have you all heard of Aventis?
Mm-hmm.
That is hands down our #1 seller for men. Spray it here or pass it around. Try it. That actually has rose in it as well.
Does it really?
Yes. We don't talk about it because usually when you say an ingredient to a male that,
Right.
they're like, give you the hand and never talk to you again because, I don't like rose.
Right.
It's feminine. But when creating fragrances, those are some of the essential ingredients and raw materials that are necessary for the body of a fragrance.
All right, so let me ask you a question, and then I'm done with Creed. So
No, don't ever be done with
I'm a YouTube fragrance reviewer. I'm a fragrance collector. I have about 400 fragrances myself. So I have a pretty large fragrance collection, as everybody knows here through me. And Creed is kind of almost, I have to say, it's my least, not because I don't like it, but because, go ahead.
I was saying, we have a script here. We have 2 fragrances per line. So afterwards, we can get into all the.
Okay. Well, I just want to mention about the Aventis, because when I was coming up with Aventis, when I came into the fragrance situation, started being a collector, there were different varieties. So I'm only saying it because there's people here, especially male guys, who've been checking out the different varieties of Aventis. So there's like more of a coconut batch. There's more of a smoky batch. There's more of a pineapple batch. And a lot of people get confused with that, especially being online and YouTubers, looking at us as reviewers. They want to make sure they're getting that particular. Do they do that anymore? Is it just one batch now, or are they different?
It's all quality control to the highest level, so it does not leave our warehouse unless it smells identical to the original Aventis.
Okay, so the batch thing is
Yeah, batch thing is kind of it's a talk thing.
Okay. I was curious. All right.
All right, so we'll move on to the newest release for men, which is Viking. And this one has gotten a lot of excitement, at least in the fragrance community. I'm interested to see what you all think about it.
We call that one daring and fiery. That one is for the daring personality in you, or your husband, or your lover, or whoever.
It's sometimes you like that smoke.
Great as we move into fall. I don't know that it's ever going to get cool. It feels like it's going to be hot forever. But really, eventually, when it warms up or cools down. When it cools down, the fragrance warms up.
So what do you think of Viking so far? Does it evoke any thoughts? Yes.
The first time I smelled Viking, because of the way Green hyped it up, I was expecting more, so I was a little bit let down. But I tried it on my skin, And it grew on me, so I like it more now.
What notes do you pick out? Right off
Well,
the top.
I love the fact that it's smoky. So it's like, I don't know if it's bergamot I pick up, but it's some kind of citrus that I pick up. And I definitely know this has, I don't know if it's sandalwood or cedarwood, but I definitely pick up some wood. But it's almost, to me, it almost comes off like cinnamon off my skin, like an orange cinnamon. But I like it though.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
And again, I could smell something really different from you or from you. Is there anybody else who has a thought on Viking? So for me, what I pick up is a lot of the pink pepper, and there is that bergamot in there that does give it that citrus. And then I pick up almost like a smoky mint. I don't know if that's even listed, but that's just what it reminds me of, and I'm not sure why. So it's a very unique take for me. Just the way the combination of the notes together, it could smell like another note that's not even listed. So we're going to move on to Byredo. First what we're going to look at is Bibliotech.
Oh, yeah. I know.
What was that again? What was the fragrance again?
Second.
What was the fragrance again?
Bibliotech.
Okay. In my opinion, this fragrance that's being handed out now, I would wear this definitely during the fall and the winter. Again, you can wear what you want whenever you want, but just for me, this does remind me of like a cooler weather fragrance. So does anybody pick up anything in like any vibe or notes? Okay.
Is everybody familiar with Byredo in here? Okay, so Byredo is a newer line in our store. We're the only retailer in Pennsylvania that actually carries the whole line. The gentleman, his name is Ben Gorham. He's half Canadian. His mother is Indian descent. He actually, it's very niche. It's sold in Barney's and Bergdorf Goodman. So it's a very exclusive line, and it's very nice. A lot of different scents from there, and it is also gender neutral as well. So
A lot of the Byredo fragrances are some of my favorite scents that have ever been put out. So what are your thoughts on this one so far?
bless you.
So for me, the three of the notes that I really pick up is a plum, a leather, and a peach. The plum and peach combination give it that fruitiness, and there is a little bit of sweetness in there, and I think the leather really balances everything out. Does anybody else agree with that?
Well, for me, I have like 10 Byredos, so I'm pretty versed with Byredo. Now, when you mentioned the plum, of course, the bullion is the one that really had the plum and the leather. That was the first one he put out with the plum and leather. This is a lighter bullion to me when it comes down to it. I like it, but when I thought about it, when I was about to make the purchase on it, I went towards something else. And so by having so many Byredos, I have to make sure they, can't put any redundancy. I don't like redundancy, so if it almost smells like bullion, but it's lighter, it doesn't need me getting it. I have to spray more to smell like bullion. But those two, it does have it really reminds me of bullion, but a lighter bullion.
I really appreciate that. You know, I really love this fragrance, and I'm a big fan, like I said earlier, of plum. And when plum and leather are combined, I can't say no to these fragrances. So the next one that we're going to look at is called 11th Hour. And Danielle, this was, how long ago was this released?
This has maybe, I would say maybe 3 weeks to possibly a month now. So it's brand new.
So this is brand new, and this is one that, since it's so new, a lot of you are the first ones to really get your nose on this.
I just want to say,
Yeah.
I may buy that tonight. I came to smell it. This is the bubblegum thing. I smell bubblegum as soon as I smelled it. When it dries down, oh my goodness. So thanks to Ellen, she let me smell it real good times. We get good wearing. This is my next Byredo.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
Yeah.
And this is one that I really love. And to me, there's a little bit of spiciness in this fragrance from the Szechuan pepper. And I do pick up a fig note, which does give it a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of fruitiness. And I do get a rub. Does anybody, what does this remind you of? Or, what do you think about this fragrance?
It reminds me of Frederic Malle. It's kind of bubblegum from the top.
Thank you.
But it's not that good.
Like Thanksgiving, I don't know why you see that like scent.
That was a good piece. I'm getting this next.
And not only is plum my favorite, like I said earlier, but I love a good fig in fragrances, and I love a good rum note. Well, pretty much any kind of booziness in fragrances, that really bumps it up the top of my list.
Yeah, I feel like
Is there any other feelings before we move on about 11th Hour? Actually, I just want to bring something else up real quick about the name of the 11th Hour. Like, what does that remind you of? Like the 11th Hour. Does that ring a bell to anybody?
Brian Williamson.
What is it?
you said Brian Williams.
Brian Williams. In the Bible.
Oh, no. Close to getting in trouble in another hour. Another hour, we're going to have a fight.
Yeah, danger, pushing the limits.
Yeah.
He's a very outdoorsy kind of guy, so everything is, mountain climbing and
And definitely the spice.
put it up here so y'all can see that.
Szechuan pepper. That is a little bit of danger, at least in fragrances. That little bit of spiciness that people may not expect. And then also like a rum note that doesn't always lead to good times. So that might be the other aspect of 11th Hour. So the next one we're going to look at is from Acqua di Parma. And the first one that we're going to look at is Sandolo.
That's my other one.
This is a brand new one. We've had this for a couple of weeks now. This fragrance was exclusive to Paris in London for Europe too. It's now exclusive for some parts. No one has this but us. But we're here. We're doing it for the report.
I fell in love with this fragrance almost immediately. Actually, I smelled this on Sunday. I was here just going through everything just so I can have a better idea of what I was going to be talking about. First sniff of this, I knew it was something special. So I'm just going to go over these 3 notes, and then I'll ask you about it. So what I get out of this fragrance is sandalwood, some tonka bean, which gives a little bit of creaminess. And then in the background, I get some slight lavender. Like I really have to strain my nose a little bit and pick up that lavender. But that's what really sticks out to me. Does anybody have any opinions on this scent?
I mean, it's a good.
Everybody like this so far? Is this something that you would, want to steal your significant other, or is this something that you would wear?
Not filling it back here, not doing it. Gotta be honest. Just want to be honest. Not. It smells like Masons.
What?
Yeah, it smells designer. It's designer. It doesn't smell niche. It's good, but it just doesn't smell niche.
Alright, since there's no other thoughts, we're going to move on to the next one, which is, I'm going to butcher this name. I've practiced this name over and over again.
I like the blue.
So the blue bottle is 4 funny notes. You know what I mean? What comes behind it once it hits your skin is their.
Yeah, so I'll just wait a minute while this is being passed out. To me, this is a very nice fresh fragrance that, I would definitely love to get a bottle of this. There's just something about this fragrance reminds me of something from my childhood. I have yet to be able to decide exactly what it is that it reminds me of, but this is definitely one of those scents that does take me back to my childhood.
Well, we'll know. If you love it, you hold on to that and we'll know. Just come up to us. One more time.
Chinotto di Ligoria. It's one of the one Mediterranean fragrance supermarket. Looking at the shared fragrances. They're all light and fresh.
Does this evoke any feelings from anybody? And is this something that you would wear yourself? Does anybody have any input? You might just call on some people, and start picking up.
Once you wear it, like when it's sprayed on, it dries down really well, but it depends on the skin sometimes. Because I wear it, my wife wears it, the shirt too. So both of we wear it together. Some people will smell it, first on me or versus her, and then it depends on the skin rules that you have. And the previous one, the one that I was talking about earlier, I bought that one last week and I use it almost every day now. I get some compliments on it at work or when I'm out and stuff at nightclubs. But like I said, it stays on all day long. And it's a smell that you just get attracted to.
Thank you. And that brings up a good point. A lot of times a fragrance will smell different on your skin compared to somebody else's skin. So it's always important to test these fragrances out for yourself. So is there any other thoughts about this fragrance? It is fresh. I definitely agree with you on that. I do get a lot of the mandarin orange, which I do feel like gives it that fresh and then citrus note. So if anybody needs any coffee beans, there's a jar going around just to clear your nose out.
You know what I mean? They kind of.
Well, see, they're hard and stuff. That's the stuff they don't carry. You gotta go to the mass with them. They got to do
Yeah, I mixed that.
So just raise your hand real quick if you need some coffee.
I mixed everything.
Need some coffee, James? Yeah, they showed me. Well, see, I gotta be honest, so I'd rather not see anything else.
How does it hit? Is it so subtle hit.
I mean,
different times.
Oh, no, no. Yeah, we did, yeah. No, I'm only trying to get something really to eat, but I came straight from work, so I didn't get a chance to eat it. Thank you.
No, I had no. That
Is everybody good with the coffee? All right, so the next line we're going to be looking at is from the Armani Privé line. We're going to be looking at Rose Arabic. Sorry, my French isn't that great sometimes. So one of the main players in this fragrance, I know not everybody has a guard yet, is Rose. And Rose is in the title of this fragrance. For me, I love Rose in fragrances as a man. I love the darker, deeper roses, which is exactly this fragrance is all about. It is a very dark rose, and it is in combination with oud and patchouli. So a lot of people, when they think of rose-based fragrances, they think of their grandmother's perfume, a very like a bright or a very powdery rose, which this is neither. Is this one man? Say again? It's unisex. So a man and a woman can wear this. You know, I think I could definitely see my wife wearing this, and I could definitely wear it myself. Because, like I said, personally for me, I do like a darker rose. And the rose and oud combination is very good.
Interesting fact I've just learned. I feel like a lot of men here don't really like to speak about like red rose a lot, but in the Middle East, rose is actually really big for men, especially the rose and oud combination. And I know like even one time, the only person that was allowed to wear rose was the king. So they actually got like, and I thought that was really interesting.
That's awesome.
Because here is like completely different.
It's very interesting to see how in some cultures, rose is very masculine, and in other cultures it's very feminine. You know, just for me, my mentality is wear whatever you like. You know, it doesn't matter if a fragrance is marketed towards women or men. If you like the fragrance, then wear it. Raj, do you have something?
One of the best roses in the business. One of the best roses. I smelled a lot of roses. Unlike here, it says I have probably about 30 rose fragrances. Mainly, most of them do have a combination of oud, you know, entwined within. But it's one of the best roses in the business. No doubt about it.
I love this.
Yes.
And it's definitely that combination of that oud and the rose.
Definitely.
And I definitely agree. It's one of the best that I've smelled. And I think what sets us apart from other ones is I do pick up a patchouli in it. There is a patchouli note that plays along in the background that kind of brings everything together. And it's not like a hippie patchouli like you would think that hippies would wear. It's a little darker and deeper. Yeah, yeah. So next one from the line that we're going to be talking about is called Ombre Eccentrico.
I was wondering.
So the one thing you may notice about a lot of the fragrances that we're talking about is there is a lot of shared notes. You know, a lot of these fragrances do contain the note of patchouli. Some fragrances you may smell it, and some of the other fragrances you may not. One of the shared notes that we have talked about in a lot of the fragrances tonight is this note of tonka bean. A lot of you might not know what tonka bean smells like, but to me it's more like, it adds a little bit of creaminess to it. So the three notes that I really pick up from this is the amber, the dried fruits, and a tonka bean. Is there any opinions? Yes.
As soon as it came out.
That around with you?
Well, I put a little bit of my collection tonight.
Oh,
But yeah, it's one of my favorites. The amber, I call it tangerine amber. That's what I like about it. I mean, as soon as it came out, Ellen, I need to have it, and I grabbed it. So yeah, definitely.
Yes, Leroy.
I feel like a lot of ambers to me they come off soft. I like that this is soft.
yeah.
I really like it. Yeah, this is good.
Does anybody on this side of the room have any thoughts about this? I might just pick on somebody.
That's 320.
I just pick up some woods in the background.
Where that's about, right?
Yeah. Do you like this?
I got another good one in there too.
I think this is a very universal thing. Absolutely.
This one just makes me smile for some reason. I'm not sure why. Say it.
Good.
All right, we're going to be moving on now from a line from Frederic Malle. The first one we're going to look at is called Music for a While. You can pass out Music for a While.
The Frederic Malle is what, a year? A year? How do you know what year? No, Frederic Malle.
So we got in October, so we're going to anniversary it now.
So we're about a year into having Frederic Malle as well. So we have a lot of new, Byredo, a lot of new lines.
You get the burger.
This is, dear. This is good music. Pineapple.
Okay. Music for
Pineapple.
All right, so for those who have gotten the card already, what note comes to your mind first? Lavender?
pineapple.
Pineapple?
So to me, this kind of smells like
Yeah.
passion.
Really?
Smells like passion fruit to me.
Passion fruit?
You can kind of pick that up.
So the two notes that I really pick up in this is pineapple and patchouli. Pineapple in this note, I have a bottle of this. This is one of the fragrances. When I first smelled it, I picked up a bottle right away. So the next fragrance from the line is called Fortune of a Lady.
What? One month, believe it or not. Does everybody know who Frederic Malle is?
Yes.
Back
Yes.
Oh, definitely. Another,
He is the grandson
another
of the
great
gentleman
rose.
who created your fragrances. So we went to all the greatest noses, and the noses are on the bottles that they have created. And said, you can create whatever you want under my house, unlimited funds. So you don't have to follow a marketing script, nothing. And I will put it out and produce it. So each one of these are very artisan fragrances.
Yeah, so really the three notes that I pick up in this fragrance is rose, incense, and patchouli. Does anybody pick up something different?
Clover.
Clove,
Clover.
Anything else? Some powdery? I think that might come from a little bit of the rose.
Oh, definitely. Another great rose. Another great rose. Absolutely.
this is very much a shared set. Gentlemen, the one that went out, the gentleman bought for himself. And that's what we find. We have a very large male following.
Yeah, because it's strong.
And the women
It's
who
really strong.
wear it, they call it their power perfume. This way, everybody knows they're in the room.
So the next in the line that we're going to be talking about is from Mason Francis Kirkshaw's. We're going to look at Oud Silk Mood.
Let me see if I got that. You might have it pop. Well, you should do. Me.
So while this is being passed out, I'm just going to tell you the three notes that I get out of it. I get some rose, oud, and chamomile. And again, this isn't one of those ouds that's really dark and dirty. This is smooth, you know, a pleasant kind of oud for fragrance.
It's not as heavy as some of the oods, a little bit airier.
Anybody have any thoughts on this from this side of the room? Yeah. It's very smooth.
Airier than some.
So finishing up, look at that. So finishing up tonight is a fragrance that is very near and dear to my heart, and that is Baccarat Rouge 540, and this is the extrait version. And this is a fragrance that will always be in my collection. There's two versions of this. There's one in a clear bottle, and then this one is the extrait version. Really the differences that I get between the two bottles is this one is a little, I don't want to say darker, maybe a little deeper. It's not as airy, and I don't want to say light either because it's not a light fragrance. So this one, I would say it's denser than the one in the white bottle. So does anybody have any thoughts? Do you really like this one? Monica has another bottle of that. So this for me is one that I love to wear myself, and my wife also loves to wear. This is actually the runner-up to her wedding day set, because she loved it so much. But this is definitely one that's great for all year round. I wear this in the spring, summer, fall, winter, and I can't get enough of this. So that concludes the fragrances that I have to talk about tonight. And I'll just hand this over to Danielle.
So I hope everybody had fun, and again, a lot of these scents right here, they're like what's new for fall, and what's hot and what's new for fall. Obviously, the whole counter, you know, you can explore after we're done, and you know, just go through more fragrances. Any questions, we'll be happy to answer them for you. We want to do the raffle right now, though. Make sure that everybody's still here when we do it. So does everybody have a ticket? Y'all have a ticket? Ron, Ron, take a ticket.
What you get?
You ladies have your tickets out? Okay. Lucky number 529 424. 424 529 424. And we do have something special for everybody. Again, before you leave, one of us know, Ed, Donna, Lori, Pat, Ellen, that you're leaving, and we will give you a goodie bag. Okay? Awesome. So you are all welcome to mingle around a little bit more, have some more to drink. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, so actually we're going to bring the bags back now here. I don't have the
That's what I was going to
My collection is a lot bigger now. This year this summer, I have a lot more niche now than I did before. Okay. And I have my same model, niche. Yeah, in that time, I splurged.
There you go, man. Keep it like, man. Keep it like. Which one? Oh yeah, the Rouge. Yeah. Like I said, Cam went 12. Yeah, exactly. But he could have won something else. Huh? He could have won 12 something else. He went 12. And he ain't like that straight. That straight wasn't even out. That straight came out like maybe 2 years later. Rouge. Yeah, ultimately. Yeah, that straight came out later, man. Thanks for not thinking, dear. Good seeing you again, Miss Cat.
Nice to see you too.
Absolutely. It is, right? Yeah. Actually, I got it from the grocery. The only one that carries. I don't know. I got a blue one, a white one. See, with me, it doesn't matter. It's a red herring. Yeah. But see, using herring bowls, that's because I put mom does a lot of them. I got 3 of them. Right. Because when they change, see, I lost out. Can you wait him?
Oh no, just gonna go over there. Thank you.
See, when it was Rochester, I was able to get those. You know what I mean? Like I could get the silk and cashmere blend blazers and all that in my size. So you know what I mean? So they switched to DXL. Everything is cut in a square and that's just it. You know what I mean? But when they had Rochester, you know what I mean? It was high end. So they more tapered. Right. And they were actually, you know, the thing about, you know, big and tall, once they resize it, they don't put their kick on it. Okay, right. You know what I mean? So, but when it was Rochester, it looked like a tent. Right, it's just a box. You can lay it on the bed. You can lay it on the bed. And it's like, you know, well, not necessarily take it to the cleaners yourself. It's not chopped. Right. But they had stuff that was, you know, was cut and chopped. Right. All the Eagles and Sixers and all of them. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. Yeah, but they would cut it like you were small. Yeah. And it looked, you could tell, it looked like a tail was, like a tail was until it just off the rack. Yeah, and it was off the rack. But I don't know whether the issue was, you know, they got $500 for selling all that because, you know, that's when Robert Brandon got big in this country. Was in the big and tall store. Really? That's when he started big and tall? Yes. Robert Brandon was in Rochester. He is a fragrance. Yeah, no. But he was in the big and tall store before a retail store. Yeah. Right. So about the 20 or 30 that I have the metal button. Okay. It's in this brand. So they're all the originals because
people don't understand about Robert Graham how it evolved. Like once they evolved, my favorite shirts I used to buy from there, they have the print on, right? They're all double stitched and overlaid. Right. They wasn't single stitched. Right. Like they had the double stitch runs through. You had one pattern under the cuff. Yeah. You had a different pattern within the collar. Yeah. And you had a different pattern within the foot. Yeah. You're right there. Right. And they were all right. And they were all double stitched. Right. You know what I mean? Like
that's how you can tell the actual.
Well, no,
money
you don't even get make it.
Yeah.
Right. You can't make an imposter of a rubber band.
No. Yeah. And even when I wear those, and I go into the Robert Graham store, like people that work there are looking at me. Like, yeah.
I think the belt buckle like that big, but even the belt is ingrained. You got different patterns in the belt buckle, man. It's hot, man. That's what he does, man. He's such a fucking mess. I mean, it's really risky.
See, but when he
some of his color combinations.
See, but what he did once he got popular. Now these shirts I was only paying $250.
Right.
See, but then once he became popular, then he put the single stitch line out, and then the ones that are the numbers. Like I have a lot of them that are numbered. You know what I mean? So once he numbered them, he switched the lines. And then that's why he did those.
Check that out, man.
You know what I mean? Like his base shirt started off at $250. But then once he became popular, he slid those up. Yeah, he slid those up and then them up to $455.
I mean, for the most part, they get quality. Yeah, bad sometimes.
Well, my first ones, they're that's what everything.
Exactly. What you got, then you got to follow it. Right. See what I had.
You store on the South Street? You know it's
is this near Instagram down the street a little bit?
Right, in the cut where they make the shirt. Where the Adidas store used to be.
Yeah.
Right there. It's right there.
The shirt.
Listen. They my father took me when I was 15. And the thing about it, you can pick college, you can pick you know what I mean? See, because
propaganda?
No, I know what you're talking. They've been there since the early 1900s.
Yeah, they've been there for a minute.
I think it's like the third or fourth generation that's been in there.
South Street.
South Street. It's right on.
It's right down from this one.
Right. Right. And it's like right on like that little side.
It's side. Now,
which one? Yeah.
Because it's on Fifth. Because Iskandar is on around 23rd, 34th. Right.
The church that you're talking about is on Fifth.
It's on Fifth. It goes across the street.
Yeah, it's like right off. It's like on diagonal.
Okay.
And I get the shirts because you can do that. See how you're doing that right there? I used to get my shirts up at the ceiling, where it had the seat, so when you wore a blazer, it stood there,
right?
And it wouldn't fall. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't fall. You could wear it open. You know what I mean? And then always keep it cotton.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Always took a double twist.
The bull got some. Yeah, but 4-5 in the shirt. 4-5.
I went to Derek's top. I show you the picture. This shirt is nice. Yo, stay collar. His collar stay up.
That's the most
This shirt.
That's the most powerful.
Oh, gotcha.
This shirt.
I could make examples. No, I like
Oh, and give you the win. Got the win.
Special material. Because I don't really do. It was on the train. And the train took us for a ride.
Yeah, I texted him today.
I'm gonna tell you what store on street.
Oh, Johnny Vince.
I'll tell you what store on street. Some tight ones. Do not sleep on these. Orders.
I had one girl that's always
No, you gotta get the, you have to get the together because it's so rich.
The next day we got this.
what is it?
See, I live out coastal, so we have a store in Downington. And that's the first time I ever started. It's like people are like,
Do it yourself?
Yes.
Yes,
right? So I tell you this, check it out because this product compared to what you get in the cloth. So, like, say this time of year, they have the royal vest, the actual Scottish royal vest, thick with the blend and the green and the brown. You understand what I'm saying?
The V was actually is it a V sweater or?
No, I'm talking about like sweater vest.
Okay,
They have sweater vests and all that. But they have that classic over where they chase the hounds with the hounds.
Right.
It's the real, it's not real thick, but it just look real rich. Right, and it's like all the products are rich and the twills are amazing. Yeah, but the sport shirts, like just the regular day shirt with a button up on, this and that, like they're
Like handmade though?
yeah, that's the leather.
Okay. I knew something was going on.
Yeah. Remember
I'm gonna tell you where you gotta go. Bonobos, I gotta pay for Bonobos jeans. And I ain't know what Bonobos was about. But I got some So I went to the Bonobos store. Yeah.
What you gotta do about jeans over the $100?
If you buy, man, do the job, the dog will be wearing freaking true religious every day. With a shirt, you can. One more. True religious every day. No, I'm a true religious guy. True religious. You know what you're doing? No, this is what
Most of my jeans are true, no?
I'm saying.
I have some trues. I have some PRPs. They they're alright. They're nice. Yeah, they're nice. I used to buy them when you can only buy them in sacks. I hate when niggas get chicks and buy them. Because that means everybody starts with them.
Yeah, sure. Well, except
Right, but I bought some.
there's one thing they crack off.
Platinum. I have bought some from a place called Platinum on South Street. All the high-end designers, you know, when I brought them, they were wax. And they were black. They have a real wax heavy and they were shiny. But the object to them was, you were like, the object is, you buy it, you never wash it. Those things turned into a cotton t-shirt. You know what I'm talking about? Like that wax heavy and it's hard and it's stiff. Right. And the dude said, I'm giving it to you for $600. He said, because you can do one that's interesting. You probably don't even know it because they're $800. Right. And the only reason I wrote into what he told me, remember they brought the hiking back look with the lumberjack type of look. Lumberjack shirt. Right. When they brought that look back, they had these guys over in Germantown that was working on incorporated. And they brought back the red wing and all that other stuff. Like about 5-6 years ago. And they were actually taking raw denim. They would take your measurements and they would make this raw denim jean for you. Right? And they'd give you a hard blue raw denim made for you. But the guy said, this is what you want to do. He said, go buy a big red eraser, right? And when you sit down and you stand back up, run through the eraser in the creases. Right? Because it's raw blue denim. Right. He said, don't wash it. Don't wash it. He said, you have to your item in the tub or occupy them in the tub. Right. He said, don't cycle it. Right. That's what happened. Still to this day, I had them for about 5 years now. The first thing people say, please get them. Because you know what happened? The creases or a personality to my body. So like with my knees and stuff, so we're everywhere, right, everywhere with my body, so we're actually rub the eraser. Rub the eraser. And then like I used to keep something in the pocket with like a triangle and rub on it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it has the triangle. That's crazy, man. Do they still sell it? You know about I walk past that store, you there?
I thought it was back there in that little one.
I'm not gonna see. I just want to
I've been there. But that's why I got one. They love it. Inside the up, bang. Wait like 3-4 weeks. They get the bottom now. I want the bottom of those perfectly fit for you. That's why I wanted the bottom where you can put 2 of those cups like that.
Shut down the YouTube, John. What's up, y'all? Hope y'all got to check out the YouTube thing. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, how it's your boy.
What's your name? You was telling me about you before.
Yeah, no doubt. So we here at Neiman's and we got QDZ in the house. You know what I mean?
Hey,
DJ Q.
what's up?
My man,
Good.
introduce yourself to YouTube, brother.
Oh, I'm Nigel, brother.
Nigel?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you got a YouTube channel or anything like that?
No, I don't.
Okay, cool. But he got a lot of nice gear and he knows some good smelling juice. You know what I'm saying? So we popping off. So yeah, it's over there. Event is over and I had a good time. I'm just an honest guy, man. If I don't like something, I don't like it. So I kind of went in a couple of times on something that I shouldn't. They told me, yo, calm down. I understand they're trying to get sales, but y'all know how I am, man. That's what I do. I keep it real, man. I'm an honest dude, man. You know, so, but nevertheless, it was a nice event, though. It really was nice, and I hope that I get to do another event. All right, y'all guys keep talking, man. My phone about to run out, but go ahead, y'all do y'all thing. Y'all keep talking. I'll catch up. I just want to let y'all know I still know y'all was here. All right. No, in fact, I gotta go. Talk to y'all later. Come on, room.